Good morning. I'm back again. Time to put in the lifters, blocks in the lifters. I'm going to start out by putting the gaskets on two of them. Then I will use a liberal amount of assembly grease. Simply set them in. I reach my finger up on the inside so the lifter doesn't fall out as I'm dropping it in. Now I'll get the clamp them down. Now I'll put on one of the clamps. Little drop oil on the threads. And tighten it down. I'm thinking we don't want to tighten these too tight because that clamp is probably cast iron, and the way it's designed you could easily break it. So that's all the farther I'm going to go. So there, a set of them are in. Now we'll go to cylinder number 2. Onto the lifters for cylinder number 2. First, just a little gasket sealer, mainly to hold the gasket in place. Now, assembly grease. Next, drop them in place. Oh. And dropped in place. Next, hold down. Little drop oil on the threads. and tighten them down. And not too tight. And the reason I say not tighten them too tight, because these are cast iron and not cast steel, they're just supported way out here, and if you would tighten down on the hold down too much, it wouldn't take much flexing and you would break one of those. So now I'll go on to the lifters for cylinder number 3. Before we go any farther, I have to put this stud in here. One of the studs came out when I disassembled. And put a little thread sealant on it. I would have used any kind of sealer, but seeing I have thread sealant for the ones that go into the water jacket, I'm going to use that. And now I'll go on to putting in the ones for cylinder number 3. Now I just thought of something. I put these gaskets on with the printed side of the serial box down toward the engine block. I put gasket sealer on the side that goes toward the lifter block, and I'm not putting gasket sealer on this side. And I just thought maybe someday when I'm dead and gone and someone is taking this apart for a full restoration, they may see those gaskets made out of cereal boxes, just as I found some of Alan's when I took some of his stuff apart that he put together before my time. So we'll get back at putting these in for cylinder number 3. Put the hold down clamp in place. Drop oil on the threads. And gently snug it down. On to cylinder number 4. Now, as I've been going along working on this tractor, I've been showing you differences in the cylinder heads, connecting rods, bearings, various different parts that were mismatched. And now I'm going to show you the lifter blocks. They were all like this one, but unfortunately I broke the ears off of one when I was trying to press the lifter out. I didn't have it supported quite in close enough. It was my mistake, and I got a replacement. But now you can see not all lifter blocks are built the same. This one has one narrow oil slot along the side, and this one has 2 very wide ones. And this one oil slot is in line with the hold down ears, and this one they're crossways from the hold down ears. So I don't know which was earlier, which was later, and what the thinking was. But I just wanted to show that there were also different style lifter blocks. Now I'm going to get at putting these in on cylinder number 4. So in go the last 2 lifter blocks. On goes the clamp, hold down. Little drop of oil. And the nut. And snug it down. So there, all the cam followers are in. Oh. Now I'm going to set you up and see if we can see some of them move. Now I'm going to crank it through to see if we can see them move. And also, you might actually hear compression leaking out through one of the compression release holes, because I have the spark plug in cylinder number 1, and even without the valves hooked up, it draws air in and out because the cylinder heads are just snugged down slightly with a couple head studs just for lining them up. So let's pull it through a couple of pulls. I think that's it for today. I look at the video myself to see if you can see the lifters moving. And I think the next step, while I'm waiting for the exhaust manifold to be resurfaced, is to put on the water manifold. So thanks again for watching, and we'll see you again. Bye.